Welcome back to Eric Unfiltered. I am your host, Eric Dickinson, and thank you to all of my recent followers. If you would like to give me a follow, that would be awesome. I am over on X at Eric Not Sorry. I'm also on Facebook at Eric Unfiltered Podcast. You can also follow me. I'm on YouTube as well as Rumble now, again at Eric Unfiltered Podcast. Maine. Used to be cool. And I'm not talking like the temperatures in the winter or even in the summer. Sometimes it's nice to get away. No, Maine, y'all used to be really cool, but y'all plumb lost your freaking minds. The reason why, now, I have started a schedule as of recently, literally 5 minutes ago, of Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I had to do this today because y'all are having an election tomorrow on June 9th. And there's a guy on the Democratic side that is in the lead, and why? Grant Platner. What the? Maine. Hunting, wildlife, fishing, tubing, skiing, fun, just nature, chill, laid back life. Grant Platner is running for office in your state, and he's ahead in the polls. Why is this shocking? Well, let's get into it. Grant Platner is a Maine oyster farmer, Marine Corps veteran, and the leading Democrat candidate for United States Senate in the 2026 campaign. Let's see here. Challenging the incumbent Republican Senator Susan Collins. He has faced multiple controversies, however, during his campaign, primarily involving his past online activity, personal relationships, and a certain tattoo. Yes. Now, the only thing I read there that I can give kudos to, because I try to be fair here. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you for tuning in. But I make it no secret, I do lean to the right, but I try to give credit where credit's due. So, hey, the guy's a Marine Corps veteran. Once a Marine, always a Marine. So I'll give him kudos on that. Maine oyster farmer, hey, that's the life up there, right? You know, lobster and fish and oyster. That's what Maine does. They got great seafood. Come on, I go up there. Where do I go? Kittery. I go up to Kittery. I know a lot of people say, Kittery's not really Maine. I get it. I know. But I go up there. I think it's was it Bob's Clam Shack? Oh, I think it's a shout. Yeah, shout out to Bob's Clam Shack. And then there's like the Roberts I think. Correct me. Hey, if y'all watch it from Maine and you know what I'm talking about, let me tell you. If y'all go there and get their fish and chips, that fish tastes like they just reached out in the river and grabbed it, because they probably did. But Maine. What are y'all doing with this guy? Platner has attributed many issues from his past. His past difficulties due to PTSD, depression, isolation, and heavy drinking. He has apologized for old comments, deleted his Reddit account before running. Don't worry, I have some of that for you. Let's see here. He covered his controversial tattoo. I'll get into that as well. And denied physical abuse allegations while framing some accusations as politically motivated or weaponized. Well, Graham, the same thing I said to Aaron Stewart. No shit. You're running for public office, numbnuts. Your past is going to be dredged up. And what you're doing now. Dumbass. You're running for office. This is what happens. Supporters have largely stood by him because they're stupid, and he remains the strong favorite in the Democratic Party. Okay, so this tattoo, if you have not heard about it, you're unfamiliar with it, the big thing is, he had it for a while. He got it in 2007. This specific tattoo that he got was on his chest, the right side, and he claims he doesn't know what it means. However, he is a big history buff, specifically World War II. So the fact that he did not know what this tattoo is kind of bullshit. Oh, what is it? Oh, it's called the Totenkampf. Yeah, bless you as well. The reason why it sounds like that is because it's German, as in Nazi Germany. It's a skull and crossbones symbol used by the Nazi SS, as in the worst of the worst. But he didn't know back in 2007 what it stood for. A history buff in the military doesn't know, bullshit. Now, he said he got it in 2007 while drunk on leave as a Marine. Drunk Marine, shocker there. I'm teasing, guy. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not teasing at all. I'm friends with many Marines. They're laughing right now. What's up, guys? And he says he didn't know its meaning at the time. Bullshit. He has since covered it up. Yeah, it's kind of a problem. A former girlfriend, though, has alleged that he knew its significance and joked about it. But again, ex-girlfriends. Again, I gotta be fair here. You know. But yeah, he knew what it was. Oh. Where did he get this tattoo? As in country. Because it was not in the United States. See, where he got this tattoo on leave while he was in the military in 2007 was in the country of Croatia. Croatia has banned the display of any Nazi shit since 1990. And they also added another law to kind of reinforce such wonderful displays of stuff in 2003, for 4 years prior. So did he indeed get this tattoo in Croatia on leave? Probably. Possibly. However, he had to search it out. He had to look for it. That's kind of like if I took a trip, long weekend here, even in the States, road trip, and I went to a state or a locale that they didn't sell booze. It was a dry town. How depressing. Now, knowing that it's against the law for them to sell booze, I don't know about the possession. I don't know what the rules are, but still, me knowing that the sale of alcohol is forbidden by law, if I were to look for it and ask around, hey, who's selling? Who's got some brewskis? That's a conspiracy to commit a crime. I already know it's illegal. So what am I doing? Dumbass. So, Graham Platner, did you commit conspiracy in Croatia, in a foreign country, while on duty, sir? I'm curious. During his marriage, let's see here, sexting during his marriage in 2025, early in his 2023 marriage to Amy Gertner, he sent sexually explicit texts to other women. His wife, Amy, flagged it internally to the campaign as a possible vulnerability. They addressed it through counseling, and Amy has publicly defended him, which I have no respect for her. Anyways, for all the other shit, we're going to keep going. This guy's a piece of shit. He had a Kick account that I don't know if it's still active, but a few months ago I heard it still was. Again, don't quote me. This is hearsay. If you don't know what Kick is, it's KIK. And from what I have been told, it's a website where adults go to meet other adults. Let's just say that. While he was married. So, yeah. And people are still sticking by this guy. So I guess that's cool. Okay, what else did I find here? Allegations from ex-partners. Now, again, this is where we get into some of the hearsay stuff. So, some 3 women of his exes described his behavior as unsettling. He was toxic, volatile relationships involving demeaning behavior, heavy drinking, infidelity, and in one case, physical intimidation. But again, this is ex-girlfriends, and again, I don't like the guy, but I gotta play fair. Perhaps it was do all of this. Perhaps he was acting like a fool, and it was due to PTSD and heavy drinking. Okay, I gotta be fair here, right? A lot of our veterans, they do suffer some bad shit. I wish they all could get help. Plus, the guy's running for office. So again, it's ex-girlfriends as a hearsay. But again, okay, trying to be fair here, but he does have some controversial and alarming Reddit posts, which he did delete his account, but the internet is forever. Platner made over 2,000 comments between the years of 2009 and 2021. A full archive searchable database was published by the Maine Monitor in 2026. Thank you for this. Drawing from preserved copies. This one stood out to me. There's two in particular. The second one that really jumps out, I'll do last. But this one jumped out to me. Ladies, I hope you're sitting down because this one kind of pissed me off. And any woman I know that I read this to went, who the fuck said that? In 2013, sexual assault comment responding to a quote, shorts that prevent you from being raped, end quote. I believe this was a subreddit. His comment, because I'm assuming it was something about a pair of shorts that helps prevent that. I'm guessing. I don't do Reddit. It's a cesspool. But this was his comment about it. Quote from Graham Platner, Democratic hopeful in Maine. Quote, holy fuck. How about people just take some responsibility for themselves and not get so fucked up they wind up having sex with someone they don't mean to? Men and women. You make a choice to consume enough of a substance to lose your self-control. So if you don't want to be in a compromising situation, act like an adult for fuck's sakes. Oh, really? He has also made similar comments downplaying military sexual assault reportings. Oh, really? Now, on its face value, I do understand where he is coming from because, yes, there are people out there that do party too hard and then they blame the booze. However, ladies, have you or anyone you know ever gone out, just to have a drink, a nice time, a relaxing night out, and then woke up somewhere else? Not because of the drink you were drinking or how many you consumed, but because of what some piece of shit put in your drink or your friend's drink. Any of you ever experienced that? Graham Platner here apparently thinks that you should just fucking be an adult. So, any women out there that were roofied and raped, well, Graham Platner doesn't give a shit. Apparently, you should have just been an adult. Don't get raped, I guess. Rural white Americans, Maine, talking to you. There's a lot of y'all up there. In response to a post about Trump underestimating them, quote, living in white rural America, I'm afraid to tell you they actually are racist and stupid, end quote. Hey, Maine. How you doing? Y'all used to be cool. Oh, police statements. He aligns with the ACAB. Yes, he believes all cops are bastards. What a fucking nice guy. Let's see. An example of political violence. He advises on AR-15 ownership for fighting fascism and makes history references. Now, pardon me, I am totally in favor of AR-15 ownership. Absolutely. However, unless you have been living under a rock, we know what fascism he is making reference to. He is not talking about the Nazis that he is so proud to have had a tattoo of that he didn't know what it meant. Fuck you. But we know who he's making and what he is making reference to. Those racist and stupid people that live in white rural America. That's what he is making reference to. The people that support, You know it. You know. Self-description. He is proud that he became a communist. Yes. He's a proud, quote, vegetable-growing, psychedelics-taking socialist, end quote. Now, I don't care about his vegetable growing. That's good. You should probably grow vegetables. If you can, that's awesome. Taking psychedelics. Me personally, I don't care. I would prefer, if he is struggling with PTSD, that he were to take them under doctor advisement and treatment, because that is a legitimate treatment for PTSD, and I hope he does get the treatment he does clearly need. But taking mushrooms, I don't care. But a socialist, yeah, I've got a big fucking problem with that. Maine, you should too. Let's see other noted comments. He asked questions like, why black people don't tip? Oh, really? He used homophobic slurs and other slurs. One slur in particular was retarded. Well, I use that word, so that's retarded. He's also made crude military jokes. Okay, so what? Oh, that's right. He told stories about how well, I can't believe I'm saying this, but he would tell stories about how he would play crank anchors with himself in a porta potty because that blue water just gets him all riled up, if you catch my drift. Yes, that's right. Especially if somebody drew a penis inside of a Porto John. It really gets him to, if you catch my drift. I am not joking, folks. Look it up for yourself. Also, in one of his posts, he mocked a wounded soldier. Oh, really? So this Marine veteran mocked a wounded warrior. One of ours. Really? Interesting. So I have that. I found that. So Platner, blah, 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 blah. Let's see here. Oh, yes. His username was P Hustle. What a fucking tool. Did you make that when you were like 12, bro? Okay, on a thread titled something along the line of old footage of U.S. soldier taking machine gun fire in Afghanistan 2012. It is combat footage in a subreddit. Again, I don't go to Reddit. It's a cesspool. It referred to helmet cam video from then Private First Class Ted Daniels of the United States Army during a 2012 firefight with Taliban fighters in Afghanistan, where Daniels was shot 4 times and later awarded the Purple Heart. I know I don't have it here in my notes, but I know a lot of his friends didn't make it that day. Okay. So Private First Class Ted Daniels, at least in 2012, he was one of the few that came back that day. So on a comment on that video, this is what Graham Platner had to say. Now, I don't care what your opinion is on whatever military activities the United States is involved with. I've said that before. There are times I'm like, they're sending them where? Why? I'm the same way. However, I support the military. So, this following comment is from Graham Platner. Quote, "This video never gets old. Dumb motherfucker didn't deserve to live. At least his stupid and fat ass wheezing are available for all future infantrymen to witness and hold in contempt. Poor marksmanship on the Taliban's part is the only reason this mouth breather made it home. He managed to make every possible shit decision possible when it comes to small unit combat." End quote. Fuck you, Graham Platner. And fuck you if you're going to vote for him. I'm dead serious. After some of this comments came out, I heard this past week, actually it was Friday, I heard a couple interviews on the street. And, of course, some fucking white broad was interviewed and asked about this stuff. And she's like, I'm still voting for him because I like his policies. Really? The reporter should have just asked, what are his policies? Because I bet you that bitch had no idea. Oh, and to the comment for that lady, it's comments like that over people like this that make me roll my eyes extra hard when somebody mentions Trump and the whole grabbing by the pussy. Really? If you support this guy right here, I mean, fucking eat a dick. Repeal the 19th. So, what are his policies, you ask, Maine? Well, if you thought this guy is still awesome after everything I just read, here are some things for your future if you elect him. He wants Medicare for all and universal health care. Yes, he does. He supports a strong single-payer system. He also wants universal child care and free education, K through higher ed. Yeah, and rural hospital funding. I guess that might be one good thing. I have no idea. He wants to tax the rich and wealth redistribution because that's working awesome in New York right now as they have a flood of the wealthy people saying, fuck you, I'm out, taking my money and leaving. California, too. Yeah, so that's working out well. Wow, Maine's economy is already banging in all one cylinder. That should help. Let's see. Foreign policy. Ending pointless wars. Okay. Fair enough. Wow. I got 1 point for you. Let's see here. He has strong criticism against the whole United States and Iran. He wants to end that. Okay, fair enough. But he supports aid to Ukraine. You can't have it both ways, dipshit. You fucking loser. Let's see here. Immigration. Hey, Maine. He wants to dismantle and abolish ICE and end mass deportations. That's right. He loves the border jumpers. He doesn't care about you. Let's see. Also, he wants to just pack the Supreme Court. That's right. He doesn't care about democracy. We don't get our way. We need to. Damn it. He's a typical commie. He's a fucking little bitch. Wow. Let's see here. He opposes federal assault weapon bans. Yay. But it supports universal background checks and red flag laws. Fuck you. If you support that, you're not a gun guy. You're not a pro-gun person. You're not an American if you support that shit. Oh, wait. That's right. He's a Democrat and a socialist. Graham Platner, you are a grade A piece of shit. You really are. And I know you don't care about me. My opinion, fuck. Who the fuck am I? Right? And the people that are voting for him, you don't care. Right? You're not even watching at this point. Fuck, I don't care. But Graham Platner, do me a favor. Go fornicate yourself with a white pine cone and tassel. Would you? Thanks. I had to get that because, Maine, what are y'all doing? Look, I'm not saying the Republican's better, and I'm not going to tell you who you have to vote for. I would never do that. But this guy's a grade A douche. Like, what the fuck? Is your economy doing, like I said, it's banging on half a cylinder at this point. And this guy's just going to, wow, bro. I don't know, man. Do better. Do better. Okay, and the next story is a big hot topic in the news. Well, at least the news I follow, not local news yet, not until the riots start. But I covered this story a while ago, but I'll do a bit of the background because, in case anybody is unaware, but there is currently a murder trial going on for 19-year-old Karmelo Anthony. Karmelo Anthony is on trial in Collin County, Texas at McKinney Courthouse for the first-degree murder of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf. I covered this story back after it happened. The stabbing occurred on April 2nd, 2025 at a high school track meet in Frisco, Texas during a rain delay. Here's some of the bullet points. Both teens were Frisco ISD students. Metcalf was at Memorial High and Anthony from Centennial High and did not know each other beforehand. Metcalf was I don't care about that. They were athletes. During a weather delay, Anthony from a different school sat under Memorial High's team tent. It's usually makes people ornery. Multiple students repeatedly asked him to leave. Accounts vary from several to 15 times. Witnesses testified Anthony refused, cursed at the group. Example, quote, "I'm not leaving, fuck you all," end quote, calling them, quote, "a bunch of pussies," end quote. Again, this is what witnesses said, as testified under oath in court, and repeatedly warned, quote, "touch me and see what happens," end quote, while reaching into his backpack. Metcalf and his twin brother Hunter and others confronted Anthony. Metcalf pushed or shoved Anthony, and then Anthony pulled a folding knife from his bag and stabbed Metcalf once in the chest. Metcalf ran down the bleachers, said to get help, collapsed, and died. The wound was 2 to 2.5 inches deep, pierced his sternum and right ventricle of his heart. There was nothing anybody could have done. He died in front of his twin brother. Fuck. That I did not know. Or at least I didn't remember. Anthony fled from the scene, but quickly surrendered to police, saying variations of, quote, "I was protecting myself. He put his hands on me," end quote, and asking if it could be self-defense, and then admitted, quote, "I did it," end quote. Video footage from the event, grainy surveillance, was shown in court along with 911 calls, blood-stained clothing, and other evidence. Now, as I mentioned, he died in front of his twin brother. I mean, I'm an only child. Obviously, I mean, my buddy Ryan. I mean, he's my brother. You know, I've known him since I was 10. But for those of you that have siblings that you actually like, imagine watching them die, get stabbed in front of you, and die in front of you. Now go ask somebody who's a twin. That again, still, get along. But I know that twins, y'all have some kind of weird otherworldly shit going on. Okay? Dude. Unbelievable. Now, the case, like I said, is currently going on, and some of the witnesses pulled by the defense under cross-examination, several of the defense's student witnesses acknowledged Anthony provoked the encounter, and that there was no reason to bring a knife to a track meet. Well, thanks for that, Captain Obvious. Reports of witnesses stating it was not self-defense, that he reportedly kept putting his hands in the bag. So, yeah. So what the real problem is right now, this should be a clear-cut case of Fei-Fo. He brought a knife to a track meet and sounds like he instigated something and stabbed somebody. He was sounds like he was looking for trouble. Now apparently there is no criminal history of this guy. I don't know if there's any kind of issue in school. Again, hearsay and whatnot. Don't know. Not talking about it. But he stabbed the kid because he apparently shoved him. And again, I also read that some of the witnesses said it was barely a bump. Like it wasn't it was a, like, basically, like, dude, get fuck off, and he stabbed him for it. Clearly self-defense. No. The big problem, what we have here now, the big problem, and again, this is why you should follow me on X, Eric, not sorry. I spend way too much time on the internet, but there are people outside of the courthouse that are defending Anthony, and okay, fair enough. However, it's some of the things that are being said, and it's a lot of racial shit towards white people in general. I'm sorry. If the script was flipped How would anybody feel about anyone being outside of the courthouse saying, so what? A black kid got stabbed and died. So what? Yeah. Yeah. How would that go down? How would that really? That's what's being said about this. So what? Dead white kid. Really? As if racial tensions haven't gotten to the stupid level in recent years. I miss the 90s in the late 80s, bro. When you could like get along with like everybody unless they were an asshole. And that was just because their personality, they're just a dick. You don't want to hang out with them. It didn't matter what their name was, what their accent was, what their skin color was, or what kind of stinky food they liked. You just didn't go over for dinner. You're like, oh, you're having that? Bro, come over afterwards, brush your teeth. You know, change your clothes. You didn't care. You joked about it. You laughed because you knew it was all in fun. But really? We're pushing this racist shit now? A teenager is dead. Another teenager is facing basically life in jail, or close to life in jail. Well, no, he won't face life because he's a juvenile at the time of the crime. Should have been tried as an adult, in my opinion. I mean, come on. You knew what you were doing at 17. Or not 18. 17. Come on now, bro. The thing, like I said, that it makes me nervous is people are running their mouth. People are doing stupid. And there's a lot of... I don't know if it's you or just me. Sorry. I don't know if you feel it too. People I talk to, they feel like everybody is on edge. Like they're all just... They feel like just there's the heaviness in the air. Like, I don't know. It's probably just me and me being mental. And the company I keep, I hope they're real. Yeah, they're real. At least that's what they tell me. But a lot of people are stressing. And then you have this stuff. You have a trial, high tension, high emotions. Now for some reason, people bring racial shit into this. Like, yeah, okay, a black guy stabbed a white guy died. Okay, that's the facts and the details. Why do we have to go beyond that? But we do. That's what we do because we're retarded as humans. That's what we do. And a lot of people are fearing, just wait for the riots. Because right now, by all accounts, it looks like this young man is going to be spending a lot of time in a single solitary building. And the weather's getting warm. And people are already rioting in the streets in certain places. New Jersey getting away with it. California. So why not pop off and start looting because you don't like the verdict of this case? Is this like OJ 2.0? I hope not. I hope I'm wrong, but if I were to see cities burning, cars on fire, looting, tear gas, and all that wonderful fun summer activities we seem to have here in the cities here in the United States every summer, it seems, it wouldn't surprise me after the verdict comes out. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I hope not. I hope not. And again, I know I said it in the first episode, but to the Metcalf family, damn, I'm so sorry. And Hunter, bro, dude, that's some heavy shit. All right. Speaking of heavy shit, I have my gripe of the day or gripe of the episode. I don't know what I'm going to title it. Do you guys have a name for it? Outside of shut up, loser. Okay. Gonna have a little bit of fun here. I'm gonna try to because I have had this debate with some family members. Fun debate, literally a fun debate because I think they're nuts. Some people are fans. I am not in any way, shape, or form of Pop-Ins. Is anybody out there a fan of Pop-Ins? And no, I'm not talking of Popples, the toy from the 80s. Bought my wife a few of those years ago. Popples. No, Pop-Ins. People who just show up uninvited to your house. Unannounced. I hate that. I hate that with a white-hot passion. I mean, Put it this way. Anyone who ever comes over to my house to visit, unannounced, and just like, hi, I was in the neighborhood. First off, no, you weren't. No, you weren't. Is your phone dead? Because you could have called, could have texted. But no, you weren't just in the neighborhood. You're popping in. When you do that, I hate you. No, I mean, I really do. I hate you for the rest of my life. Don't ever come into my house unannounced. I hate it. My home is my sanctuary. It's my quiet place. It's where I can talk to myself. And only I think I'm crazy. But all joking aside, if it's an emergency, yeah, by all means. My door is always open for an emergency. And my friends know this. My family members, they know this. I've had people take me up on that years past, but they also know I don't like pop-ins. So I got a call beforehand. Shout out to my friend Jake from Jake's Zombie Computers. Where he lives, there is a fire next door. He was unaffected, but fire department was like, sorry, man, you got to chuck out for the night. And so he was like, fuck, where do I go? And so he thought of me. He called ahead of time. But even if he showed up at my door and knocked, I'd be like, why the fuck is Jake here? I'd be like, what's up? He would be like, yeah, man, I need a place to crash. And of course, I'd be like, couch is right there. I'll get you a blanket. You know, and I had another friend, he got kicked, his wife kicked him out of the house. I'm like, come on over, bro. I got you. But pop-ins? No, dude, just no. Sometimes people I know are legitimately in the neighborhood. Fair enough. But again, is your phone charged? Because just to let you know, here's a mental image for you. Sometimes I might or might not close my drapes and walk around naked in my house. And do you know why? Because it's my house. It's my sanctuary. It's my castle. And if you show up unannounced, odds are, just to prove my point, I'll answer the fucking door. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do pop-ins. I can't stand that. But the debate with the family member I had, they're like, no, we love it. Anybody that was in the neighborhood, they love it. They're like, oh, the more the merrier. Come on in. You want a cup of coffee? And I love people like that too. We need people like that. We can't have a whole community of people and friends like me that is like, stay away, get off my lawn. You know, you got to have people that are always open and inviting. Oh, so you went to Walmart, you're driving by, come on over. And that's cool. But I'm like, no, y'all are nuts. I can't do that. I can't. That's just me. But that's just me. What about you? Do you like pop-ins or do you absolutely despise it? Or are you kind of like me? You know, it depends on who, maybe the time of day or the emergency. You know, whether it's your friend like, dude, I got a shit, or, you know, my dad died, you know, okay, yeah, come on in. You know, how do you guys feel about pop-ins? I hate them. Clearly, I hate them. All right, my coffee's empty, almost, or at least it's cold. I need a fresh cup. So Maine, you used to be cool. I would like to one day again visit the not real Maine of Kittery. I'm teasing Kittery. I love you. I'm just people I know from Maine. That's they tell me. Oh, not real. Shut up. Kittery's cool. Fucking trading post, bro. Fuck yeah, dude. Anyways, please. I don't want to feel like I'm going into like Cuba. Okay, dude? Or China. He's a piece of shit. Grant Platner, you're a piece of shit. Okay, thank you for tuning in. If you want to follow me on X, you can follow me at Eric Not Sorry. I'm also on Facebook at Eric Unfiltered Podcast. And again, I'm also on YouTube and Rumble now. Also Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. Yeah, Buzzsprout, you know, the internet. So if you give me a follow there, the links will be all up on there. Thank you for checking me out. Until next time.